Danette Pulley, and I have the privilege of being the Vice President of Community Growth and the Executive Director of the Foundation. I had the fortune to come to MarketStar in 2019, so just over 4 years ago, and really came to help establish the MarketStar Foundation, which is our 501c3 nonprofit. And in 2019, there was a gift given to establish the foundation, and I was able to come and bring with me some years of experience in working across various community boards and organizations, as well as years of marketing and sales experience in the tech industry. So it was really this perfect match of coming from the tech industry and very much what our day-to-day business is, and blending with it my passion for community to build programs and partnerships that make impact, and have been working as the Executive Director of the MarketStar Foundation and the Vice President of Community Growth for the last 4 years. And my role here is to fulfill the purpose of our company where it aligns to community. So at MarketStar, we create growth for our people, for our clients, and in our communities. And so the foundation has really aligned to that purpose in the way that we develop programs and partnerships that help us create growth that strengthen our communities by expanding education, empowering self-reliance, and building better communities. And it has been an incredible 4 years to be able to really take what we do best at MarketStar in the way that we create growth for people and extend that out into our communities through programs and partnerships that really have made meaningful difference and measurable impact in the way that we give back to our communities. So it's been an incredible journey for this role as the Foundation Director, and I've loved every moment of what we've been able to build together. Yeah, it is really difficult for me to pick one of our programs and projects that has made a difference. But if you'll let me, I'm going to pick two for different reasons. One has been the way that we activate our people. In our Season of Service program, we enable our leaders across the company to help us connect our employees to community leadership. And Season of Service has really been about helping our people pick organizations and causes that they care about, providing some training with them for them to organize a project of impact, and then helping them with the resources they need to invite and connect their teams that culminates in a day of service. And over the last 3 years, we've been able to activate serve in 50 different community impact projects led by our people to over 40 unique organizations, totaling over 1,500 hours of service back in our communities. And that, watching our people be able to really think about what is a cause that they want to impact, what's something that matters to them, and then leading them through the process of being able to invite and engage their teams, provide all of the information to be connective and to inspire others to also give their time, and then showing up together in the days that we are serving, whether we're building pantry packs or creating refugee care kits. We've done great things in schools and programs, just really a real diverse array of projects and programs that we've been able to impact. But watching our people have that opportunity to really feel the connection to both their people and team and to the community has been one of my favorite things to see come together, and to quantifiable see what we've been able to accomplish in the way that we help our community causes has been incredibly beneficial. And I have to also include in there our tech sales pathway, in the way that we build a program with high school students for career discovery and exploration, and brought them into the MarketStar Best in Class sales training, and really watch both Derek Fletcher, who's our program manager that delivers the training and experiences for the students, and the students themselves have that opportunity to be inspired, to test their creativity, to discover their skills in our environment, and to really know how influential that is for their career and personal journey of growth. Those two have probably been the experiences that really have watched impact being made, both for the person that's serving and the person that's receiving. I think the juggle of multiple roles in our personal and professional lives is one that before we can really find what is typically referred to as balance, I think we just have to first own that it's hard, right? It is difficult because not everything is predictable, and the dynamic adjustability that we have to accept when juggling is a reality. And so as I have personally been in this journey, I have had moments where it doesn't feel like I'm juggling very well, and yeah, absolutely, self-care did go out the window. And so I think we have to acknowledge that it's hard and it's tricky, and it's dynamic and evolving. But I would say the one thing, two things that I'll invite. The first thing is, when in those moments where it feels like all of your burners are on personally and professionally, and you are really wearing multiple hats, the first thing I would have to say is give yourself some grace. We have to sometimes shift be work. We have to sometimes be able to acknowledge that it's going to be good enough in that moment, and give yourself some grace, and give others grace, because we all kind of hit these moments in different times and phases of the year or the workload or the season. And I think we just have to understand and appreciate that. What I mentioned earlier, we're all people trying to do our best, and in this juggle, it's important to give both ourselves grace and others grace, and to communicate. No one is going to understand what's underneath. What we often hear is the iceberg effect, all of what's happening underneath, if we don't communicate it. And the more that we can be willing to share and be vulnerable, and hey, this is what's going on, I've got to shift things a little bit, or will this work for now? And really just have that awareness and honesty. It invites others to do the same. And then the other thing I would say I've definitely learned, I don't know that it's balance, but I think we can find harmony. And harmony is different than balance to me. Balance is kind of keeping everything equal, right? And I don't know that that's possible, but there are times that we can achieve harmony, where collectively the different hats that we wear can provide us harmony when we allow them to work together. And sometimes that does mean that there's an ebb and flow, and one sphere of our life may end up suffering when we are charging ahead and working on a big initiative and really gaining some professional growth. There is a little bit of harmony, but if we can stay present in whatever, this is what I talk about with my daughters, stay where our feet are, right? Be present, be where your feet are. You can at least enjoy where you're at. And that does sometimes mean that a little bit of sacrifice is required when we're dedicating to another sphere. But we can find harmony when we can be vulnerable, when we can communicate what's going on and ask for help sometimes. I think that's maybe one thing as women we don't necessarily do, is ask for help. So give yourself grace, give others grace, seek harmony. I don't know that balance is always achievable, and help others along their journey too. And that collectively helps in that juggle, and accept that the juggle probably won't go away. Yeah, no, I appreciate this question. And I do have several things that bring me a lot of personal joy in what I like to spend my free time doing. And I say first and foremost is time with my family, and being able just to catch up with them. And what we enjoy to do together, whether I'm with them or even with my girlfriends or even on my own, is to be outside. I love to be in nature. I love to be on the trails. And I'm fortunate to live at the base of a mountain here in Ogden, Utah, that has a vast trail system that carves all along the foothills and up each of the canyons, and lots of connecting paths along the way. And one trail in particular we call the Lookout. And as you leave my home and connect into the trail, there's different sections where you can only see in one direction or the other. You kind of go through these little tree tunnels. But when you come around the last bend and you get to this point, it really opens up, and you can see all angles, I should say, of the valley. It gives you the whole valley in full view. And I love this place to go to it's at least a couple times a week, and we call it Perspective Point. The Lookout is kind of Perspective Point because it reminds me to take my personal blinders off and whatever weekly challenges that are there, and helps me ask myself the question, what am I missing because I'm not seeing the full view? And so that nature gives me that in a lot of ways, but that particular trail is meaningful to me because I get to get out often on it, and it helps remind me and kind of reset that self-care time, and challenges myself to help break through where I may be otherwise stuck in personal and professional areas. As I look back on my time with MarketStar and the foundation, I am grateful for our people. You know, we can't go very far alone, and the only way the MarketStar Foundation has been able to achieve the meaningful and measurable impact that we have in our partnerships and programs is through our people, and our people truly embody and activate and live our We Care value. And it's because of that when an invitation is extended from the foundation, whether it be to give food to kids in Bridging the Gap, to raise money to sustain the MarketStar Student Resource Center, to show up and share their skills and industry expertise and subject matter knowledge with students. It could be to help mentor and coach. So many of the serve, like we talked about, so many of these incredible initiatives and programs and partnerships, and the way they've been connective to create growth for our communities has only happened because of our people. And the way that we care for each other, the way that we care in our teams and in our communities, and that when we show up and we are all in. And that has made all of the difference in building the MarketStar Foundation and activating our programs and partnerships and resources. The people of MarketStar, they are our secret sauce. And that's what enables our ability to create growth that strengthens communities. And it didn't matter which program it was across the last 4+ years, it's our people that have made it happen, and by accepting the invitation and living the value of We Care. And that's what I will always treasure as the greatest gift of my time here at MarketStar.